Hey guys, Sundown here. This is going to be my chapter review to One Punch Man 96, The Time Is Now. Now, I fully didn't even realize this chapter had come out thanks to Grim Reaper and the whole Discord. They were just like talking about One Punch Man 96, and we're gonna do another kind of collaboration hopefully on Monday. So I should be there. Make sure you go check that out. And yeah, I mean, like I was completely unaware of the fact that this had dropped. I mean, like it's been like 2 weeks since 95, I think. So maybe I'm not too sure how this was released so quickly. I mean, it is only 30 pages compared to the 50 pages we got last time. So maybe it was just a quick thing for Murata or something. I don't know. But it was another badass chapter from Murata and our boy One. So what happened and what went down? So the fight between Flashy Flash and the two ninjas continues, with Flash being knocked back by a really powerful blow from Gale Wind, and Hellfire Flame following up with a malicious cleaving strike, like a sideways cleaving strike. And we then see Hellfire use a fire release technique. Very, very Naruto vibes from this. He calls it this technique Blazing Scattering Slash, an awesome technique which was drawn very beautifully. You see you see the impact of the attack straight away, and it's awesome. And the majority of the time with One Punch Man, I'm just there fangirling over the friggin' artwork, because it is legitimately one of the best pieces of artwork in a manga we ever get to see, and we probably will ever get to see. So Flash blocks this attack like a complete bad man. He's just there like, yep, blocked it, and you can see on his sword. You could probably hear all the noise outside. I apologize for that. I have no idea what it is, and I can't really stop it. But yeah, so Flash blocks this attack, and then the bridge behind him just falls apart from the force and the impact of Hellfire's technique. And both Gale and Hellfire are shaken by Flash's strength and technique and his ability. But whilst they assess and analyze him, Flash uses this as an opportunity to counterattack and uses a move he calls Heavy Flash Slash. So this attack is his kind of triangle button essentially, and it reminded me greatly of Saito Hajime from Rurouni Kenshin. If anybody's watched that, his Ishiki stance and his Gatotsu, his Gatotsu. I can't even say the word. His Gatotsu attack from Rurouni Kenshin is essentially he holds his sword up here like shoulder length, and he holds it parallel to the ground, blade pointing up, and it's called Gatotsu. So yeah, I thought that attack was always like really cool looking, and it was used by this guy from the Shinsengumi who were also really cool. But yeah, this is very, very reminiscent of that same attack, and Flash actually uses this attack to break Hellfire's sword, revealing that he damaged the sword while he was blocking Hellfire's Blazing Scattering Slash. So Flash then burns Hellfire kind of punny by telling him that there's no point in being fast if your brain can't keep up with your body's pace, you know. So you have to think as fast as you move, otherwise there's no point. So it's here that Gale realizes that Flash is just as much of a genius as both himself and Hellfire, and that his technical skill is actually superior to theirs. He's like, oh, it might be, but usually when you're saying it might be, you're thinking, it probably is. So Gale then tells Flash that with them being so close in power and speed to him, they're probably the only two monsters who could maybe deal with Flash. So Flash then drops such an awesome line. I had to stop and just be like, man, like, Flash, stop this. You're already fighting against two people at the same time. Don't take away their pride any further. So he tells both Gale and Hellfire that he knows all of their techniques simply because he has trained more than anyone else. So he straight up tells these guys at this point in the chapter that he is stronger, that he is as strong as he is, and the reason why they have all this jealousy towards him is because he has put in more time and effort into himself than anybody else, than anybody from the village. And obviously we still don't really know the real reason why Gale and Hellfire are after Flash specifically. It might be because of what he did in terms of to the 44th generation. Did he kill the ninja village? Are the ninja village still in existence? Does Sonic still go back there or something? Or did Flash kill off the entirety of the ninja village? It sounds like he might have done an Itachi or something like that. So Flash then actually goes on to say that he's the only one that stuck to his guns as a ninja, and he has stuck to his training and stuff like that, and hasn't fallen to the kind of depravity that everyone else has. For instance, Gale and Hellfire, who have become monsters just to try and get stronger. So we have Gale and Hellfire removing their pride as ninjas at this point in the chapter. They're just like, nah, we're not going to take this. They drop their weapons and they say they're not going to use their techniques or any props or anything like that, and they're going to fight him as monsters. They've gotten rid of their identity as ninjas, and they're going to fight as monsters. So they prepare to unleash their true speed, accepting that they have lost their pride as ninjas and have fully developed into monsters. And I was like, whenever you lose your pride and your identity as the one thing that you are, and you try to be something that you're not, usually things are going to fail. So Flash leaps away into the sky, landing on the underside of a bridge, another bridge. There's like a whole bunch of them, and he's shocked by the speed of Gale and Hellfire, who quickly catch up to him. They give him really no time to breathe, and they're instantly on his ass. So they break through the bridge with Flash, and I really like this. This resulted in one of my favorite panels of the chapter. I mean, like, it would have been nicer if it was cleaner, but it was legitimately one of my favorite panels of the chapter, where you see Flash breaking through the underside of this bridge alongside, I think it's Gale Wind on the right and Hellfire Flame on his left. Hellfire Flame's like got a raging flaming fist coming towards him, and Gale just looks awesome, like, because he's freaking leopard print, and yeah, Flash has his eyes shadowed over in a very defensive stance, and both the other two ninjas just look demonic. A really, really well drawn panel. If it was just a little bit cleaner, it would have been amazing. I think I'm gonna make that my thumbnail, so look out for that. So they continue to attack Flash while all the rubble stays airborne. So this is showing how fast this altercation is. It's really fast. All the rubble literally stays in the same position while they continue to fight. So they try to land a combined attack on Flash, who escapes to the ceiling again, only for Gale to prove his speed, getting to the ceiling before Flash and disarming him of his blade, which is the first time that Flash has actually been without his weapon. So Hellfire tries to smash Flash into the ceiling, but he zips away at pace, only for his ninja buddies to catch up with him and renew their barrage of attacks on him. So all the way throughout this part of the chapter, when they kind of lose their pride as ninjas, Flash is on the defensive big time. So I think there was actually a mistake here as well. Flash has possession of his sword when Gale and Hellfire renew their attack on him on page 18, or in page 18, on page 18, even though he should have been disarmed at this point. So he didn't retrieve his sword when he escaped. He should be disarmed at this point. So we then get a very beautiful double spread showing the cavern taking some major high speed damage, with the ninjas going completely apeshit. Flash on the defensive, and Gale, Wind, and Hellfire Flame just trying to smash everything they can find, or anything that could hurt Flash. They're just trying to smash him into it. So with Flash on the defensive, he crashes into a bridge beneath them, and he coughs up blood. His first sign of proper damage that we've ever seen, probably. I mean, we've seen a little cut on his thigh, but we haven't really seen him cough up blood. The dude coughed up blood. So the two monster ninjas then try to follow up and finish Flash off. They're like, alright, he's damaged, let's go kill him. Only for Flash to unleash his inner Chun-Li and kick them away from me. He just puts up his leg and he starts kicking the shit out of him. And I'm just like, yo, what the freak? Where did Chun-Li come from? So while they try to regroup after his attack, Flash zips behind the two monster ninjas, catching his sword in the process. Once again showing, like, so think about it like this. This all happened in the frame of time it took for his sword to reach the wall it was flung towards originally, and now Flash has caught it while it was being flung towards that wall, and that's everything that's happened in that space of time. Well, basically it just shows you how fast the whole altercation is, because everything is just happening so fast that his sword hasn't even reached the wall yet. So Gale and Hellfire here prove that their mind, like Flash was saying, he's saying your minds are too slow to keep up with your bodies, and this is exactly what happens. Gale and Hellfire, they're trying to regroup, but their minds are too slow for their bodies, and this allows Flash to use his Ogi, or possibly one of his Ogis, which is an ultimate move, by the way, and he uses a move called Flashy Slash. So he cuts straight through both of his enemies, just at the level of the lower two ribs, cutting through their arms just beneath and at the elbows. And this is kind of like a warrior shame. He slashes through them from behind, so he wounds their backs to begin with. So he managed to get behind his enemies, and you know, a scar on the back is always seen as shameful, I think, in samurai-esque and ninja kind of, well, probably not so with ninjas because they're assassins, but in samurai kind of law, I think it's kind of it's a shame to take a wound from the back. I mean, like Zoro never takes a wound from the back because it shows you showed your back to the enemy or you were running. So the ground explodes, and suddenly the entire cavern starts to explode as we slow down from warp speed and see the actual damage that this fight was causing. So with this, Gale Wind and Hellfire Flame speak their minds before dying, and they ask why Flash waited so long to use such a strong technique, to which he simply replies, I was just waiting for an opportunity where I could get both of you in one simultaneous strike, so that neither one of you could get away and then possibly harass one of the other S-Class heroes. And with your speed, you would have posed some sort of danger, or you would have at least hindered one of the other S-Class heroes, because they wouldn't have been able to keep up. And that's it was like Atomic Samurai. That's the discussion on the what's it called, the collaboration on Monday. So come to that. So Flash tells them that if they had wanted to deal maximum damage, they should have gone for one of the other S-Class heroes, and they should have avoided him at all costs. But obviously their pride as ninjas, they wanted to beat Flashy Flash for whatever he's done, or maybe they just want to be above the one guy who's seen as the pinnacle of their village. So he was the only person fast enough to deal with them. So Gale Wind, he expresses his somber annoyance at this comment. And once again, he's just like, oh, you're really an annoying person. But Hellfire asks the final question, which is, we've always been kind of treated as mere tools. We're ninjas, that's what we are. We're tools in the shadows. So we decided that we wanted to be more than just that. We wanted to be rulers. We wanted to be more than just a tool. What are we missing? And this is where Flash looks over his shoulder at the fallen ninjas, and as they're falling towards their rocky grave, he simply says, your training is lacking. And I was like, bruh, your training is lacking. So with that, Flash walks away, seemingly okay and not having sustained any major damage. And he then tries to find his GPS device, only to realize that he's lost the damn thing. So the chapter ends there. What an awesome fight. I really enjoyed it. Really, the whole like showcasing of the speed of these individuals was amazing. Really well drawn, and a really just well structured set of chapters. Really, I think we've had 2 chapters, the 50 something page one and this 31 page chapter, and it was a really motivating thought also to finish the chapter on, which was hard work beats talent. Even amongst like the genius level characters or genius level people, it's always the one who works the hardest who's going to beat the one who had the most talent, you know. So, or it doesn't have to be always, but what it essentially is at some point in life, hard work will beat talent. So if you have talent and you're not putting hard work in, you're gonna get beat by someone who has no talent and is just simply putting in hard work. And if you have talent and abundance of it, always put in more hard work so that you can strengthen your strengths and improve on your weaknesses, just like Tokiyama is told to do in My Hero Academia. So let me know what you guys thought of this chapter. Let me know what you guys thought of this review. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Make sure to look in on that collaboration on Monday. I think it should be 3 p.m. EST, so that's Eastern time, I think, and it should be 8 p.m. GMT, that's Greenwich Mean Time in England. So if you're from England, 8 p.m. GMT, 3 p.m. EST if you're Eastern Time in the States, and from anywhere else, I'm not too sure. You're gonna have to look up. So yeah, let me know what you guys thought of all this stuff, and let me know what you guys think of the collaboration as well, because we really do enjoy it, and it's a fun thing to be a part of. So yeah, I think that's everything. These chapters have been dropping one after another. I think I've done a review like 5 days straight, or maybe 4 or 5 days straight, something like that. But yeah, all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys on Monday or Tuesday when the Nuts No Ties comes out. So I'll see you guys in a bit.